Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Your local bedhead here. I am actually joined by a guest I said I was going to have on here several times now, but just could never find the time to do it. Lord Beagle has decided to join me. We are going to be reacting to something rather interesting. I don't think, again, I think you said you heard of Nostalgia Critic, but you've never sat down and watched him before.
Yeah, I've heard of Nostalgia Critic. I might have watched like an episode or two, in the past, but not a big viewer. No.
He's done many reviews, man. Like Adam the Woo, the YouTuber who passed away, unfortunately,
Yeah.
at the end of last year. He was kind of one of the ones I used to watch all the time. So he's kind of up there for me too, like top 5 easy of classic YouTubers. And right now he kind of does a lot of streaming on Twitch. He does a lot of Kingdom of Hearts and a lot of nostalgic gaming kind of streams at the moment. But he does still do Nostalgia
Okay.
Critic. He does like nostalgic commercials. If you're into like nostalgic early 2000s, late 1990s, even earlier than that commercials, he talks about those a lot. Um, uh, yeah, he's done reviews for he normally goes after horrible movies, really bad movies. So like Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Okay.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
Yes, I have. I've seen
An
it.
abomination against mankind. I'd like to think he's fuck, dude. What else has he reviewed? And he has like these really crazy takes sometime too. So he's not afraid to share his thoughts and opinions. He thinks Signs is a horrible movie.
All right, that's kind of a.
It's fair. It's fair,
I mean,
but
an opinion is an opinion. That might be a bit too far, but an opinion is an opinion.
it is an opinion, and we got to respect it no matter what. But it's the wrong opinion. That's what we'll say. It's just the
Correct.
wrong one.
Yeah.
But he does. You know what? I think Signs would be a fun one for me new to watch actually, because his review of Signs is something else. It would be a reaction for you, but another like a reaction for me. We're gonna be reacting to his review, which I have not seen, for Resident Evil 1. Have you seen Resident Evil 1?
I have, yeah.
Do tell your personal thoughts.
So my personal thoughts on it. If I remember it, I think I actually enjoyed the film back when I originally saw it, and it's been a number of years, and I'm pretty sure I actually enjoyed it. And I've been thinking about it, and I think I did actually like it. I don't remember exactly why. It could have been the people I was with that made it more enjoyable for me than the actual film itself.
It's a good one to get drunk to. Yeah, it's a good one to get drunk to. Yeah, that's for damn sure. And I thought it'd be fun too because the new Resident Evil is going to be coming out. That new movie that they dropped the trailer for, which I think it looks great. I know there's a lot of hardcore game fans that are just lost their minds. They're pissed off beyond belief.
That happens whenever you're taking a video game and making it into a movie adaptation or a TV show adaptation. It's always a war, no matter what you do.
Did you know they're making a Legend of Zelda live action movie?
Yes.
I have seen the images.
Yes, I do.
I have seen the images, and I will say, they hired some new people. Like they're really not established actors, right? So they're not like big names in Hollywood. They're kind of. I don't want to use the term nobodies, but in a sense, it's awesome that they are.
It would give them the ability to actually become something rather than being something and then downgrading perhaps to.
Well, I also think that a lot of people wanted someone like I saw the fucking pictures, by the way, the memes and shit. Tom Holland as Link. First off, if you have to cast Tom Holland, The Rock, or any of those guys in the role immediately, I'm already turned off to the idea.
100%.
It's just I don't want someone I'm so familiar with because it takes away from the performance. It takes away from the role. And, I like the idea that we're getting somebody that's just not familiar to anybody. Because now it's like it's kind of like when Daniel Radcliffe was casted as Harry Potter. Now we can only see him as Harry Potter because he was really he didn't have anything built up before that. So, I hope they do the same thing with Link. And from what I've seen, the images, by the way, I think they look great.
I don't know if I've actually seen the images, but I have read a little bit on it, and I'm like, well, I'm interested. I'm a big Zelda fan. I've played a number of them. I still have a number of them. And I'm like, I'm interested, but at the same time...
You're worried. You're scared.
Oh, good God, yes, I'm worried.
You're scared that they could...
Without a doubt.
I'll tell you right now, though. I know people are kind of mixed on this one. I think they killed it with the first Super Mario Bros. Movie. I really, utterly enjoyed myself as a Mario fan.
Hold on. Are you talking?
I'm not talking about the 60s, 70s shit show that came out. No, I'm not talking about Bob Hoskins Mario. I'm talking
I had to
about
stop you there because that was the first one.
yeah, the animated film.
I actually really enjoyed the animated one. So did my kids. So,
It was it was a Mario movie. That's exactly what it felt like.
Seth Rogen is just Seth Rogen. No matter what character he plays, he's always the same, which kind of.
Believe it or not, the worst voice acting in that movie, in my personal opinion, was Cranky Kong. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that, but they fucked up big time with Cranky Kong. Donkey Kong's my dude. Donkey Kong's my guy.
In Smash Bros, I would definitely say Donkey Kong is my guy, or Ganondorf as well, but I just don't like Seth Rogen as an actor in a lot of things because he never goes beyond himself. But the same thing with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is always playing the role as Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Exactly.
It's one of those issues, you know.
He's just him in every movie. Yeah. I will say, if we're talking like Nintendo in general, like my favorite character in Nintendo of all time is Yoshi. Yoshi's my dude. But anyways, we're going to be watching Resident Evil from Nostalgia Critic. And again, if you like this type of content, want to see more content like this, especially like reactions for Nostalgia Critic with, Lord Beagle, or maybe other videos for your recommendations, go down below and leave us some recommendations that you have that you might want to check out. Let us know. Just hit the like button, though. That's the best way to support these kind of videos, and it shows that you want to see more content like this. So let's go ahead and dive into it, and we'll give our thoughts. I'm not sure if we should pause it when we want to talk. I think we'll be okay, but if we want to pause it just to kind of, dive into something, like give me a heads up.
This episode brought to you by Ridge, modern wallets made with premium material. Also brought to you by Shopify, the all-in-one commerce platform for businesses.
Oh my god. The like prepubescent break in his voice is ridiculous.
Resident Nostalgia.
Oh boy.
Yep. It's begun. Probably should have waited for October.
Channel Awesome Studio. One of our crew, Jim J. Ross, has gone missing. Reports of strange activity has been rising for Channel Awesome characters, as if they've been infected with some kind of evil. The resident kind.
No, you can't. If you're gonna get a wig, at least have a proper
crashed
wig
into
for the
the
one
studio.
guy.
You don't need to see it, trust me, it was there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hold on 1 second.
What the fuck kind of a face was that?
Critic!
No! Don't go! Fucking RC helicopter.
I love it.
Oh, that reminds me of like the old arcade game.
Oh, yep, House of the Dead.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him? He's infected with something. Probably the same thing they're infected with. My God, they got more of the team.
Chester. Jim. Rob. That computer nerd I never gave a name to.
Actually, it's Eunice.
Eunice is a person named Eunice? What is it you want? They want you to review Resident Evil. But that's ridiculous. You've reviewed those movies already, right? Right? Well, how have you never reviewed a Resident Evil movie? There's like 6 of them. 7 of them!
Well, you just never had any interest.
So that's what's affecting them. The internet asked you so many times to review these movies, they literally became zombies.
Well, we're not gonna let them win. It's my show, and I get to decide what I review and don't review. Isn't that right? Okay.
No, that's not how it works. No, we're at the mercy of our people.
Just have to get to my office. camera angle. Can you let me take 2
Yes.
steps?
Oh,
You literally made me trip over the camera.
calling out the camera angles in the Resi games. Shame on you. How dare you?
Okay, maybe I'm a little behind on this.
Ooh, same though.
A
Never-
little behind.
Never even played
It's
the
not even I
games.
had that many extreme thoughts on these
No,
movies or games
no.
being made. It's that I just didn't know the
Oh.
original source material.
Yep.
Dude.
I've never played the video games.
Oh,
I've seen the first movie. That's it.
my brother in Christ, I've lost just a tiny bit of respect for you.
Most do, man. Whenever they ask me, it's this one. Okay, this is one of the big ones. I'm not even joking. I've gotten death threats for every time, right? Resident Evil, Silent Hill,
Christ.
Skyrim. Like the list goes on, man.
Okay, I will give you a pass if you at least say you've played Dino Crisis, because Dino Crisis has the exact same camera angles as Resi. No? Parasite Eve? No? Oh, fuck.
But I will say, Resident Evil did win the poll on my secondary channel for the next game series I dive into.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, it was between that and Silent Hill. It was neck and neck, but Resident Evil came out on top.
I mean, if it was Silent Hill like Homecoming, then I would definitely say go for that instead over Resi, but that's just personal.
Man, I really feel like I got to sit down and play Resident Evil though at this rate.
You do.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like a good time. You know, the movie actually isn't all that bad. It's actually a decent popcorn flick.
I mean, yeah, if you want to sit with a bunch of buddies and play it and have it play or whatever, it'd be perfect for that.
Oh yeah,
If you're sitting by yourself in the dark, just munching on popcorn,
might be a little
maybe
bit.
you're a little weird.
Yeah, yeah.
It might be for a very specific reason at that point, but
I'm gonna try something really quick. I'm gonna see if
that's terrifying.
I literally tried.
okay, freaking I clicked on OBS to bring it back up on screen. I got to make sure it's recording the screen, and it
Right,
pressed stop
right.
recording as soon as I pressed the space bar.
No.
Don't worry, it was recording all that what we just did. But
I mean, I got it too, so we're good.
oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I ain't letting you get away with this. I
No.
gotta see the unedited stuff, all the bloops.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I playing the first game when it came out, and it's embarrassing to say, but I couldn't get used to the constant changing camera angles. I didn't have a PS1, so I'd have to play it at a friend's house, and I never played it long enough to get used to the angles always changing. And I played
That
the
does
remake
look
of
rough.
Resident Evil 2 and had fun with
it's a
that,
bitch.
but I don't know if that makes me an expert on 7 Resident Evil movies. No, as it turns out, and even the Resident Evil movies aren't experts on the Resident Evil games, as the stories are almost entirely different. Some elements
that's
are the
very
same
true,
with
they
the
are.
basic setup, but as far as I can tell, these are entirely new characters. I didn't know this for a while, but I do now, so I guess it makes sense to finally give these films a watch. Since 2002, they've literally been making them for over 20 years, so it probably makes
No
sense
way,
to
has
see
it
what
been
it
that
is
long?
about these movies that keeps people coming back.
Yeah,
That makes
2002.
me feel really old. I
Maybe
was
that'll
12.
finally calm down the horde.
Open the door.
It's unlocked. Just the load time to open takes forever.
Oh.
That's accurate. Oh, Jesus.
I'm bored.
That's literally true scenery.
Let's take a look at Resident Evil.
Here we go.
The film starts off, I guess assuming Resident Evil fans can't read, as a narrator verbalizes the text.
The Umbrella Corporation had become the largest commercial entity in the United States. It is the world's leading supplier of computer technology, medical products, and healthcare.
Oh, I remember
It's
why
safe
they
to
did
say
that
these are
too.
going to be the good guys.
Oh yeah.
Back when this was coming out, I believe Command and Conquer was still quite popular, and when you were playing Command and Conquer, it had the same thing. It would always be some narrator with a slightly monotone voice, just reading it, so you get that feeling of suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all coming out around the same time.
How exciting.
Yeah.
While the movie's so afraid to present itself, it's doing it as slowly as possible.
You shouldn't say much considering it took them 20 years.
And that's the story of COVID. This is one of the labs Umbrella owns, a place with a hard fetish for the color blue, even though the logo is red and white.
Hey, what the hell is going on?
It also looks like they got these scientists from a modeling agency, as they seem to be all hots and no brains. That's why things like this probably happen. Alright, so while that bit is pretty fun, it is a shame she's PG-13 to death off screen.
Yeah.
Except that this is a movie that's rated R. Yeah, this is probably a good time to bring up the director was Paul W.S. Anderson, and he's just had the worst luck with this. His Alien vs. Predator film was forced to be PG-13. His Mortal Kombat film was forced to be PG-13, and even then, that's, let's be honest, a PG. But then Horizon is an R, and it still got edited down for being too gory. And the exact same
Never
thing
watched
happened
Horizon.
here.
I haven't either.
Apparently went too gory, and the studios said it was too much, even for an R rating. Christ, are these the same babies that gave Project Hail Mary a PG-13 because people died off screen? Ah, great, another intro where I'm naked minus some white saran wrap.
Yep.
Mila
This is
Jovovich
why
plays
a lot of
Alice,
guys
the
were
one who
into
wakes
it.
up with no memory of who she is.
Yes, they were.
I'm always a sucker for when someone with no
Can't
memory
deny 'em.
sees if their handwriting matches a note that's left for them. Honestly, I don't know.
Man, there was something about early
Was she doing
2000s. What was that?
Was she doing that left-handed?
Kind of looked like it, didn't it?
I think she was. I think she's doing it left-handed. I don't remember that being a thing. Is her character left-handed, or is she just naturally left-handed?
Yeah,
Because that looks so. It looks so off.
that is left-handed.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just don't like it.
Have you noticed like the certain vibe early 2000s horror just has? Like it has such a certain specific feel to it.
It was all trying to go for just like suspense, and that was about it.
like the camera, like every fucking early 2000s horror film for some reason had a blue tint to it. Like a slight blue tint.
Yeah, all right.
Like
I'm
Bride
actually
of-
thinking back to. I think you're kind of right.
Freddy
yeah.
versus Jason. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Bride of Chucky, like Scream. I mean, like it all Halloween, H2O, Resurrection. Like it just all of them had this very similar.
I never paid attention to that, but they did, and then they always had like that weird fog effect, which amplified the blue in it.
Yep,
I don't like that. Why? Why?
and they felt clean. They felt really polished compared to like 80s horror or even horror today. It just felt like a polished time period.
Polished. Well, yeah, I guess I could kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to like the earlier horror films, yeah, some of those were done quite well. Some of those were done very, very piss poor. In modern horror, I've only watched a handful of them, and they all basically follow the same tropes, and it's really depressing now.
It's unfortunate, yeah. You got a couple gems though. There are a couple gems in there. The Lighthouse, It Follows. I mean, you got a couple. But yeah, most of them are just kind of. I heard Weapons was good. People were saying,
I've heard that too. I haven't watched it yet.
dude, it won 2 Academy Awards. That never happens with horror films ever. That and
Oh, I'm
Sinners.
gonna have to watch it then. Sinners was good.
Yeah, people were saying Sinners was awesome. So
That was really good.
I gotta check it out. But Weapons is definitely on my like most. I know people are dreading it. I'm not dreading it. I'm not afraid to say that I'm actually a fan of most a good specific amount of the Conjuring films. I haven't seen the newest one. So I gotta watch it at some point. I'm just prepared to get pissed off because the third one pissed me off. I thought it was just a lazy, written, stupid movie.
Yeah, you already know my opinion on all that crap.
Lorraine Warren, dude. It said pretty much the movie said Lorraine Warren helped the police figure out a murder case. Holy
that is
fuck!
not even close.
Holy shit! We would know. That would be documented if Lorraine actually stepped in to help with a murder case. That's what everybody expects psychics to do. Actually,
I know they do, and the psychics can't even tell you the one thing you're actually thinking about that you're wanting them to figure out.
yeah.
Oh,
That third movie, man. Oh, I could rant about Conjuring 3 all day.
oh shit, my chair.
Could you imagine? You fall over on camera, like during this.
I mean, I've almost had it happen a few times. Chair
Yeah?
just started rolling on its own there. I was pretty sure I had it
God.
locked in, but I guess not. All right.
Anyways, Yeah, early 2000s horror films. I mean, if you just go back through them and just look at them, I mean, they all very much are very similar in vibes and just overall like camera quality.
When it comes to film, though, you know, like you have the camera technology. Most studio houses are going to use the same type of cameras. Once they figure out one works very well, they're going to stick with it. Same with lighting setups. And usually when it comes to like stories, there's no reason to deviate if the directors and the writers understand that a certain type of story is what's bringing people in. They might as well continue something similar with it. Which, you know, when I'm talking about story, I'm talking about like storyboarding. You got the camera angles in it. You got the type of personalities that are going to be a part of it. They want to keep that going because that's what makes the money.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense they'd all be fairly similar, at least in lighting and camera work and those aspects. Yeah.
Yep. And I feel like we've kind of gotten out of that. And today you just see people trying different things out. And I like that we're not sticking to the same kind of, not formula, but the same style. Like the early 2000s really kind of kept. And I know there's a lot of people who love the early 2000s and the early 2000s work. But man, in my opinion,
it's nice to branch a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice to branch. It's nice to try different things. I always thought like a found footage movie for Friday the 13th was actually a good idea. Specifically Friday the 13th, not like Halloween, but up in the like the wilderness and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like Jason, I mean that's a pretty cool idea. And there actually is a YouTube channel that did that, and it became very, very successful. It's called Never Hike Alone.
Never Hike Alone. I'm gonna have to look into that.
It's a Friday, yeah, it's a Friday the 13th fan film, and it is. I have it on Blu-ray, believe it or not. I supported their GoFundMe a couple years back, and I got sent their Blu-ray, so I have it on Blu-ray, and I'm happy to have it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Trust me, check it out. You won't regret it, especially if you're a Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees fan.
Where he sees if their handwriting matches a note that's left for them. Honestly, I don't know why the movie didn't start here. I think this is actually a more engaging opening than every zombie intro we've ever seen.
Hello.
Actually, he's got a point. It wouldn't better just start in the hotel.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Birds are naturally frightened of a woman far away, quietly whispering.
I agree.
"Hello." And leaves. Leaves are also particularly terrifying in this world. Are there zombies in this movie? She's grabbed from behind just as agents burst in and arrest the man who grabbed her.
Leaves are like paid. They're Leaves in like the Halloween franchise are paid actors.
Right, they're everywhere.
Yeah, like but for this, maybe not. Maybe not. I can't remember.
It was needed.
This is not the movie with The Rock in it. I'm thinking of Doom, ain't I?
Yeah, you're thinking of Doom. Yeah.
Now I've seen that one too.
Yeah, I've seen that a number of times.
Ooh.
I like him getting his ass beat.
Yeah. Yeah. I like The Rock in some things. Am I getting tired of seeing him? Yeah. Yeah.
He's got qualities. They probably should have stuck to The Ring or his early films, and that's about as far as it should have gone, personally.
And I'm sorry. I know he's proud of the character. And look, he's a good character in the first, animated film. But he really likes rubbing it in people's faces, or like not rubbing it in people's faces. That's what I'm talking about. But he really likes people to know that he is Maui. He really
bring up Maui.
He really likes people to know that he was Maui.
He likes people to know that he's a 6'5", but he's only about 6 foot, 6'1" at the best.
Every time I see a video of him, he's just singing that song. You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
I mean, he's got good vocals. Like
he does. He does. I can't sing worth a shit like that, but like.
Samoan ancestry, man. He's good
but
there.
Now he's doing a live action Moana with a very much fake looking wig.
That head ain't growing no more hair.
That wig, dude, was a paid actor.
You're not wrong.
It was just like, I do not believe that thing is on his head for 1 second. Like, I do not believe that is real hair at all.
Man, the amount of glue to keep that thing still. Ugh.
Man.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Oh, I should point out the score in this movie was done by film composer Mark Belrami and Marilyn Manson.
I did not know that.
You can tell which one was composing at any given time.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea that Marilyn was a part of it.
No.
But I can understand it right now listening to it. Yeah, makes sense right now.
That's pretty badass. Do you really want to know?
Agents to shout, Frank, stop playing that through our headsets and grow up out of your goth face already. This is like the intro before a music video starts.
I just transferred. They probably don't even have me on file yet.
I was sent here to rock.
Report.
I'm here because I was told to be, but no one knows me yet.
Matthew Addison. I'm not getting a match.
The person who grabbed her is apparently a cop named Matt, played by Eric Mavias, who's clearly not trusted as he's taken captive by a soldier named Rain, played by Michelle Rodriguez. And transportation seems to be
feel like I've
busted
seen
though,
her in
so Rain
several
ends up
things.
fixing it.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of films.
Damn, that got me.
How's it going? You don't naturally greet people
Oh
like
my
this?
lord.
I know, I wasn't ready.
Find another guy named Spence, played by James Purefoy, who Alice seems to recognize through early 2000s editing that I'm
Yes!
really glad died with this decade. Yeah, let's make it look
Yes, it
blurry,
was.
overexposed, and like a freeze frame. No, really, they're gonna use this
Dude.
forever. It won't just be an annoying.
Freeze frames, dude, were such a big thing in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Freddy
you could
versus
find them
Jason.
almost everywhere.
I remember Freddy versus Jason, the raid in the cornfield scene, the party in the cornfield where they're like moving around those glow sticks and stuff. It was all fucking freeze frame, and it was just, oh man.
I think they did freeze frame for almost like any large gathering where a lot of movements going on, or they want to have that whole mental image picture, like
Yes.
you're seeing things through time or whatever.
That's
Oh,
exactly
it
what we're
was-
getting right here. Yep.
Yeah, I know. It was everywhere.
God. That's one thing I'm very much happy we kind of moved, past. It's not really something you see anymore.
That's true. Not as much, at least.
It's disgusting filmmaking.
Hey, it worked
Bad
for
and
a while.
instantly
I
date
guess it
Fellowship
did.
of the Ring.
Oh my God, they did. Fellowship
Now
had
tell
it.
me your name.
Yeah, this Fellowship was also early 2000s, so it
It's
makes
fine.
sense.
He didn't get a script either, so he's as clueless as the rest of us.
I don't want to admit that, but yes.
They're journeying
did,
underground with another soldier named One, played by Colin Salmon, where they explain what's going on.
We all work
Either
for the
way,
Umbrella
great film.
Corporation. The mansion
What?
above us is an emergency entrance.
I said
to the
either way,
hive.
it was a great film.
US security operatives
10 out of
placed
10.
there to protect that entrance.
9.5.
I think I've used this joke in the past, but screw it, there's no better comparison. Sky sounds like Pee Wee Herman is the
dare
bellhop in Big Adventure.
Secondary effects are very
Man, if we wanted to get into Lord of the Rings, I'll tell you, like, Fellowship is my favorite one.
I literally have The Hobbit sitting right here.
Yep. Dude, we got like 2 editions of The Hobbit in this house.
I think this is the third one that I have. I have a set upstairs. I got a set next door. I've got Lord of the Rings. I have the Lost Stories, I think, which is Gandalf doing his travels and stuff like
Silmarillion?
that. I've watched. Huh?
Is
The
it
Silmarillion. Yep.
Yep, the Silmarillion. We
Yeah,
got
I
that.
got that one. Yeah. I use that for D&D names, honestly, because
Who's
the
your-
back's got an entire appendix.
Who's your most underappreciated Lord of the Rings character?
If we're just talking about Lord of the Rings itself,
Yeah.
God,
Or just Middle Earth.
shit, Middle Earth. Honestly, I'd have to go with like Tom Bombadil's like the fucking greatest thing ever. He is so carefree just because he knows he will survive out everything. In the end, he will be the last beacon of light at the end of the world, and he's just, yeah, I'm cool with it. I'll help when I want to help. It's gonna like bad things are gonna come. I'll be the last one here, but whatever. You know, it's what I do what I can do. That's it. If I was just choosing Lord of the Rings itself, honestly, I think Pippin is probably one of my favorite characters in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
Just because Pippin is more than just a fuck up. He is way more than that. He is pivotal to how the story actually progresses. Without his actions, the story would go nowhere.
Oh,
Which
like
makes
how
it
he
really
drops
entertaining.
the thing inside the Moria, and then you know the orcs. That's what causes the orcs to come, get everything in motion.
Yep.
Yep.
If
He
it
kind
wasn't
of-
for him being in that one moment, it never would have happened.
they would have been just standing around and doing nothing. He's also the one who was throwing rocks into the water, wasn't he? Who was that? Was that Pippin?
Yep.
Fuck, he is a royal fuck up. But he's like,
Do not disturb the water, because the creature that is in there, I can't remember what they actually call it right
it's like
now.
a
off the top of
squid.
my head.
It's like a squid of some sort, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is one of the oldest beings, I believe, in the world. And the majority of things never touch it.
And it got the fucking pony.
I mean, it also in the animated film, or was it an animated TV show?
Ralph Bashki's Lord of the Rings
Yeah, the
from the 70s, I think.
No. More recent. Ride of the Rohirrim, I think is what it's called.
Oh, the
more recent
anime.
one.
Yeah, the anime looking one.
They actually have that creature coming up and taking out an Oliphant into the water.
Holy
One of those great big elephants that they
Yeah.
ride at the end. Yeah, it grabs one of those and
More of a
drags it into the
mammoth.
water. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, without all that hair. I would say my most underappreciated character, and this might be a bizarre one, Lurtz. I fucking used to think that guy was so badass. He was kind of like the Darth Maul of the Lord of the Rings, where you kind of see him in
All right.
one movie and then he's just gone. But he was so damn cool. You're like,
I can give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
he was a badass looking Uruk-hai. He was a lot cooler than Azog. I went there.
Azog the Defiler. Yeah, Azog the Defiler wouldn't. Ooh, it pisses me off so much. Azog the Defiler never was in The Hobbit to that point. He was
He
already
died.
dead.
Thorn.
Before
Pretty
that
sure
happened,
Thorn
yes.
cut off his head in the Battle of Moria.
And then it was his son that actually went after them later on, which is what they did have. Azog's son was with him in the thing, but it was actually Azog's son that was actually doing the trailing of them, not Azog himself. As for Lutz, during that whole fight, because if I remember, he's the one that was fighting Aragorn in the film when Boromir was taken down, right?
Yeah, he's the one who killed Boromir, shot him with a bunch of arrows, and
During that fight scene, Viggo Mortensen almost actually died.
yeah, when Lurtz
Because
pulled
it was
when
a
he threw
real
the knife.
knife.
Yeah, when he threw the knife
Yep.
at him. Yep, that's a fun. Or in Two Towers when he kicks the helmet,
Yep.
breaks his toe, and that was
Breaks
him
his toe,
actually
yeah.
reacting to it. Yeah, dude, he does not get a lot of appreciation. Viggo Mortensen is a fucking genius. Anyways,
Yeah, let's continue. Let's do it.
Period, but
Yep.
can include acute memory loss, an hour, day, week.
Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
They're told Allison Spencer,
That was
undercover
accurate,
agents
man.
whose marriage
That was
a cover
actually-
in order to protect an underground research
That was
facility
way more
called the
accurate than it should have been.
Yeah.
Escape from a nerve gas that, for some reason, the Hive computer system, known as the Red Queen, used as a defense mechanism.
So you're saying this place was attacked?
I'm
Had
afraid
a psycho
things are a
moment there.
little more complicated than that.
All right, was the camera operator drunk or on a merry-go-round? Because rather than listen to what they're saying, I just want to throw up my hands and go, wee!
Got it.
My God, they brought the whole city underground!
Looks like we're taking the stairs.
wow.
No, they
Trying
could
to make
have.
stairs exciting, aren't you?
They could have gone down. There's usually
That's the biggest problem
elevators
with the movie
inside,
so
or not
far.
elevators,
A
but
lot of the
ladders
history is
inside those
already
shafts. They could have
explained. The
climbed
people with
down.
memory loss don't
We should
have
do
much
that.
personality.
We should do that when we do our investigations. We're gonna have to use the stairs, and then just have our a shot of our feet going upstairs with really intense music every time.
Oh my god, that's gonna be. I'm gonna just have you guys go up all the flights because that place is it's 5 stories, isn't it?
It's
Isn't
pretty
it 5
big.
levels?
It's pretty
Yeah.
big from what I saw. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because they don't know their personalities. And the agents, aside from Rodriguez and Salmon, aren't interesting in the slightest. So they really have to make nothing going on look like something going on. Even when you see this drowned lady, aren't you like...
Okay.
Open your eyes.
That drowned lady
Open
looks
your
like she
eyes.
was part of Ghost
Open your
Ship.
eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, open your eyes. We know that it's coming, just open your eyes. It's not gonna be scary. We're just looking and not even listening to what they're saying, cause we're waiting for her to open
I really hope
her
that's not
eyes.
copyrighted.
My God, you're wasting so
It's not,
much
it's
time.
not.
Open your eyes, open your
Good
Immediate
god, yeah,
survival.
that was long.
Give me a search line, but keep it tight.
Oh, and those of you without
That
guns,
acting.
good luck.
I mean, he could have tried to throw his voice a little bit, yeah, but
Remember that kid in school who looked emotionally intense, so somebody would ask, why do you look emotionally intense? The security system
it's
is
called
bad. Again,
resting
though, it's
bastard
research job.
face, motherfucker. We can't help it.
All right, I don't know if I can show this moment on YouTube, but while it does look a little bit like they just photoshopped her head off, it does at least give me a moment where I can go, okay, that was at least a little R-ish. In fact, that's what they should have been rated, a little R-ish.
That
I
would
mean-
suck.
But they make it lame again
Yep.
by not only killing off one of the only characters that had any personality, but doing so. in
Kinda
a way that,
limited on what
again,
they had,
should
like,
be awesome,
technology-wise
but just
to do
comes
some
across
of these
as
things,
annoyingly
so.
PG-13 and fake as hell. When the deaths in the PS1 game are looking more real and gruesome, there's probably an issue.
That's a hell of an insult.
Who's next?
Yeah, that's kind of mean. I won't lie.
Has anyone in this ever interacted with another human? It's okay. Let my cold, dead grip be as comforting as my cold, dead eyes. Every early
they're all just
2000s
coming out of
horror has to
COVID
have
again.
creepy kids, so there she is.
That is creepy.
You can't be in here.
She's a holographic representation of the Red Queen, modeled after the head programmer's daughter.
Is that really the best the system and the people who programmed the system could do? For a real failsafe that would trick people, how about programming it so that it mimics the original programmer or the head of the company? Honestly, anyone other than a little kid looking like she's ready for Betty Bye, I would take more seriously.
The way the mouth was animated looks like the.
Literally how
It looks like the goddamn disco dancing baby thing.
The system is rebooted.
Oh,
but
it
unfortunately,
does.
So are the dead.
It does. Oh shit.
All right, we got to end Michelle Rodriguez to the actors who die more than live club.
That was
Come to
fucking
add
rude.
nothing. My job is completed. They're approached by more fake as hell CG gore.
Yeah.
It's at least a little creative.
I mean that.
It's not wrong, but still.
It's. I mean, it's fake as fuck looking.
It was.
But it's not bad.
Unfortunately, the time, like, I mean, I think they were just starting to add in like the CGI effects, which we saw earlier when the guy was taken into mincemeat. And that's kind of what that looks like, rather than someone actually taking the time to design a mask or to actually do proper makeup. It looks more like it's a computer add-on after the fact, which makes it look even faker.
Yeah. And I have no doubt that's exactly what it is too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what's going on with that nose. I think that's supposed to look like a skull. Like right here.
Yeah.
I think.
That's the only thing I could imagine, because we don't really have a bone. We just have cartilage in the nose. So yeah. I also don't know what's up with the teeth. They're off-centered.
Yeah, he's looking goofy.
As Matt finally manages to break free and help.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, that was a good moment. I love it because you don't know if he got killed off or if something else happened, like,
ooh, piece of candy.
She stumbles across some bloodhounds as she tries to figure out how to fight them. Did her staring blankly down at her gun really require a slow-mo shot? Jovovich apparently really did this stunt on her
were a
own,
lot
which
of
is
weird
pretty
moments
awesome,
like that.
but it's edited in a way that it looks like she didn't. It'd be like if Tom Cruise did a stunt while wearing a Halloween mask. I don't think you know how to exploit the coolness of this.
The rule of cool, you fucked it up, my guy.
You had one job.
The industrial rock washing machine.
Right.
I guess Matt wasn't taken out. He just disappeared to make that cool shot a cool shot. And he's approached by someone zombie masking?
No, really. I wasn't affected at all. Brains! I want brains!
We find out this is Matt's sister, as I guess he explains in more detail why he's there, but it's so soft I can barely make it out.
That's actually a very common trope in like zombie films, is someone just zombie masking.
There's no way I could have infiltrated. And all the red flags would have gone off. Quantico, NSA, VICAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't remember it being that quiet.
She
but I
talks!
guess it was.
Yeah, you may have noticed Jovovich doesn't really do or say much.
No,
in a lot
she
of the
doesn't.
film.
Now that I think back on it, yeah, she barely said anything in the entire movie at all.
Yeah.
I need to watch the sequels. Maybe she speaks more in the sequels.
She
I'm
does,
sure,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. But that was like everybody's like early 2000s crush, by the way.
Yeah, that and a number of others, yeah.
Kate Beckinsale from Underworld.
Yep.
That was another big one. Jennifer Tilly.
Trying to think of another one, but it's not coming to me right now. And I can see the face, but I just can't picture the name.
It'll come up. It'll pop. It'll find its way here at some point.
Right.
That's because Rodriguez had the majority of action scenes, and I guess there can only be one tough chick in a movie, so Jovovich didn't have much to do. After she told the director she wanted to do more fighting, Rodriguez had her action scene scaled down, while Jovovich had hers ramped up. You can tell when they made these changes because Alice seems like a completely different character. As whenever she's supposed to do something that looks badass, she seems invested.
That homicidal bitch may be our only way out of here. That circuit breaker you're talking about, can you bypass it?
And when when she's not, she looks like someone being shown a film set for the first time, but trying to act like she's not impressed.
Her hair goes from floofy to
Cool, I
like
guess.
greasy.
Whatever. I'm dating the director, so I'm above all this.
Good God.
Oh. Guess there was a zombie chase scene we didn't need to see. In the zombie chase movie? They try to talk with the computer to see if they can figure out how these zombies work.
They are driven by the most basic of needs.
Which is?
The need to feed.
Whoa! They're told going for the head and neck works best, so they decide to take him on.
Nice.
For that one moment, that zombie was okay with the choices that led to his death.
Valid.
Dude.
Christ, it's like Disney adults when Nightmare Merch drops.
Oh.
You like the way it tastes, don't you?
Dude, if that's not the fucking, if that's not the fucking truth though, or are you gonna say something about Pokemon card?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
the Pokemon scalpers. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Yep.
It is. It's so bad.
You got the last pack and you're on top of this thing and they're just trying to grab you, pull you down, and then eat you alive.
Yep. The moment those
Scalpers,
doors open, that's
man.
exactly what it is.
What a bunch of scumbags.
Yeah. No shit.
Let's take a moment just to really just make that clear. Scalpers are just scumbags.
It doesn't matter what field they're in. If you know someone's scalping, just
We need like a fucking.
don't be friends with them.
We need like a pound for scalpers. Where we
A pound
catch 'em.
for scalpers.
Yeah, where we catch them and put them in cages.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love to do that because they ruin the things for
And then every
collectors and children.
every day they have someone sit in front of their cage and open a pack of Pokemon cards and then pull like really good pulls and then yeah.
Do
like
that
the packs
and
that
then,
they buy.
Take them, then just bend the cards one time.
Just eat them, bite
Make
them in
'em
half.
Freak out.
Bite them in
Yeah,
half.
exactly.
A Charizard.
That would make me go in if someone did that in front of me with a Charizard. I think I'd probably cry.
Maybe we'll have to react to scalper videos where you see them fighting each other or something.
There are some crazy ones out there.
There are.
There's some crazy stories involved.
Loads
in
of
that
people.
stuff, too.
I love the moments where they're like at Target or Walmart, and you see like a guy over fucking Pokemon cards. Are you serious?
And then he's the scalper too, scalping the scalpers.
Yeah, then yeah, grow up as he's like putting like them in his cart. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It's awesome. It is.
You see, it's ruined Pokemon card collecting for me. I used to be big into that shit, but now I see people scalping and stuff, and it just takes away the fun of it. I don't want to be caught by fucking buying a pack anymore.
I still have my original Pokemon cards. I still remember the first Pokemon pack I ever opened. The first card that was in that pack that I got to saw was a holographic Magneton. That was my first pack ever. I still have that card. It upstairs is in the case.
My Pokemon card collection started when Pokemon the first movie came out, and we got the VHS and we got the cards inside of the VHS.
Yep.
That's
I
how.
remember those, yeah.
Yep. And I remember getting my first little binder. It was the Orange Islands, and it was a really cool binder. I miss that binder so much. If I ever find it in a yard sale, I'm buying it just for nostalgic purposes. But man, I had the Mew card from Pokemon the first movie, and oh man, that was such good times. Such good
I think
times.
I ended up giving that away to somebody because they were having a rough time, and I wanted to make them smile. And I think I ended up giving mine away.
Hey, hopefully it made them smile though, and hopefully they took care of it. Hopefully, pray that they did. Yeah, that'd be good. Pokemon card binder collections do very good on YouTube. Some might be maybe something for your members.
Yeah, I could do this for the members. There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Resident Evil.
Oh my God.
Resident Evil.
It's making me feel so old, and I'm like, I think I pretty much like this film, and I'm like, oh, watching this back, I'm like, oh God, how did I like this?
I thought about like actually sitting down with people and actually doing reactions again for movies, just like collaborative, do Discord or something, and just watch movies as like a reaction series. That'd be kind of fun for like members or Patreon or something like that. Maybe we like put together a Patreon, and we just like have all of us together watching movies and just pausing and like losing our shit. Conjuring 4 would be a blast. Let me tell you. I can already tell you right now. Fucking bullshit. I know they never did that.
In the Project Community Discord, we do that with Destination Truth, which was Josh Gates' first big thing.
Dude.
I have all 5 seasons of it, so we sit and we watch that.
Ghost Hunters would be fun. The original Ghost Hunters.
There's a lot of seasons to Ghost Hunters.
Dude, I'd be down. I'd be down for
Gotta
like
do it.
if we like put together a Patreon where it's just like all of us together. Because then I have a Vimeo account, which means I can upload without copyright issues.
Right.
So we can have full reactions without dealing with that kind of shit. So
Maybe when we all get together
Yes.
in September, we could have a great big thing in the hotel and have a stage
An
live
orgy?
there watching it.
You better watch it. I feel like I got to rewatch this movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Resident
dude.
Evil.
He's being so honest with it, and I can't help but agree with some of the statements he makes, and it makes me feel
Dude.
like I really didn't know what I was watching when I was 12 years old.
He does really good reviews. He goes into points out the things that normally you wouldn't see or normally wouldn't think of, and then you're like, yeah, how that kind of makes sense, or yeah, that was kind of lazy. Yeah, that writing is actually really bad. That acting was atrocious. Yeah, for sure, man. I've seen him do reviews for Leprechaun, Child's Play. He's
A
torn.
Leprechaun review would be entertaining. I'll admit that one.
Hey, give a big old like, everybody, and we'll do it.
I actually do like the way the zombies move in this. They're still slow, but there's something very impulsive about how quick and strong their arms are. Almost like their upper bodies have more strength, but their lower bodies have less. It does make them move uniquely and come across as more intimidating.
Hold on.
I mean, you could make an actual like anatomy thing with that too. Like,
oh no, not
their blood isn't pumping far enough down to get the movement down the legs or whatever. They're trying to keep everything up here where the stomach is and everything going on up here. So it's like core preservation, which would kind of add to why they're able to lift their arms faster and stuff like that.
We were talking about that at work one day. Like, the zombies, how are zombies even able to do this if they're dead? The blood's not pumping anymore. So how are they even able to walk and do all the things that, a normal person could when you have blood pumping through you?
Hollywood. That's the only answer.
That explains it, man. That does it. Well, that's why if a zombie apocalypse ever happens, it's going to be some sort of disease. They're not really going to be dead. It's going to be an infection of some sort that causes them to be animalistic.
Likely it'll be a fungus.
Yeah. Last of Us kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, technically we've proven that to be a real thing, with ants and stuff like that. There are fungals that do attack ants. They become the zombie ants, and they carry the fungal spores back to their nest or whatever, even though the ant is essentially dead. And so it would either be more than likely a fungal infection or a parasitic infection, because I think the same thing happens to a type of, is it snail or slug, where a parasite can infect it, and you can actually see the parasite moving inside the stalks of the snail or the slug. And it's effectively dead, but it still moves to its next location so the parasite can move as well. It's fucked up shit, but it does exist.
Isn't that crazy? Wasn't there something like actually being explained, like something in Antarctica? I'm not even sure if this is true or not, but like there was some sort of zombie fungus in Antarctica or something that was frozen over that they found, supposedly.
I might have to look into that, to be honest with you. I haven't heard that.
I don't know
one
if it's
yet,
true
but
or
I might
not. I
have
mean,
to.
dude, fuck, for all I know, it could be some Yahoo email news bullshit that just someone threw at somebody and just said, hey, this could be real. I don't know. But
see if it sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. But that'd be crazy. Why are we fucking with that stuff?
Oh man, he's gonna kill himself. Oh wait, he didn't. What a great 2-second fake out for a character I don't even think I mentioned the name of because he had so little an impact.
Blue for the virus, green for the antivirus. Scream for the antivirus.
You forgot your sound effect?
The chuns.
Alice remembers they were working on a cure because she was the contact Matt's sister was talking with to expose Umbrella's evil ways. But unfortunately, Spence gets his memory back too, as it turns out he was the one that killed everybody in the hopes of selling the virus on the black market. No, not Spence. I knew so much about him, like he didn't know much about himself.
Money's out there, waiting. You wouldn't believe how much.
There are so many sequels we can coast off of. He says the antivirus is on the train just as another zombie reveals herself and bites him.
Yes!
To escape, but something seems off when he gets to the train.
Oh yeah, green tents were big too.
Wait a minute. Health, bullets, a lot of space. There's a boss
You see
battle
that
coming,
green?
isn't there?
Oh, here it is. The CGI mess. That CGI schlock of an ending villain. I know what they were going for, but man, that looks so fucking fake.
To be fair, To be fair, I don't know if I could defend this one all that much. But I'm going to try.
You can.
Try. It didn't look that bad in theaters. It looked off.
Well,
it
back
looked
then,
a little
though, we were just
corny,
getting
but
into
yeah,
CG.
Back then, it wasn't bad.
We didn't know any better.
Exactly.
Now, when we
We've
look
had
back on
20
it, we're
years
like,
to learn.
now that we look back on it, we're like, yeah, pretty. Does not look like it's really there. Even if you look at the movements of the guy getting eaten, it does not look like he's being attacked by anything. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. Nothing. There's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I appreciate Jim Henson. Because he did puppets and puppetry and animatronics. And man, those looked great. Child's Play from the 1980s even used puppetry.
The Never-Ending Story and stuff like that.
Never-Ending
Puppets were everywhere,
Story.
animatronics, yep.
It all looked phenomenal. I don't care. Yes, okay, some of the animatronics, yes, it's obviously not, like, it doesn't look like a real animal, but it looked like it was actually there, which was the point.
Yep. It was a physical entity that was there that the actor could actually play off of rather than...
That's why I'll never forgive the Hobbits.
Air.
The Hobbit movies.
Oh.
You go from armies of dudes dressed as orcs to CGI orcs. Such a difference. Such a difference.
The Hobbit films, for the CGI that was used, yes, it was clean CGI. However, it did take away from what Peter Jackson did originally with the original trilogy.
Yes.
Also, when they did that, Sir Ian McKellen actually stated out loud that he hated the fact that they did the CGI because he is a actor in a one-on-one situation with air.
He has to work
said
with
it actually
people.
made him cry. Yes.
There's actually a clip out there of him snapping on set.
Yep.
Because he starts crying because he's like, he feels so lonely. Everybody else is all together, as dwarves, and he's by himself.
All right, so for us as content creators, it actually is fun for us to do collaborations every now and again and to involve other people because it takes a little bit of weight off of us. We're not just the singular showpiece anymore. That's why, like, when I do my WoW streams, right, I have other people in my chat talking to me and we're playing together, we're having fun, because it does take a little bit of pressure off of me. And in, Ian McKellen's situation, or in the Hobbit films, all that pressure was on him to be the best actor he could, speaking with air.
Yeah.
Right. And it becomes really difficult if you're in that live setting where people are expecting something very particular.
If I'm not mistaken, though, what was happening in that scene, I think they were in another room not far from him, but he was in the same set, identical, but his set was smaller while theirs was normal size or bigger. And he had to sit and he had to listen to them while they're talking and then acting it out as it was. Dude, I couldn't even imagine. It was just it was green screen all over. It was just lifeless.
CGI was really bad in this.
Yes.
But it was the time period. It looked good on the big screen. It just makes me feel really bad right now.
When we actually see close-ups of it, it's going to look worse.
I know.
Yeah. Be ready for that.
I don't
Can we
want
just take away your R rating? This whole movie is that
Look
Steve
at that thing.
Buscemi meme.
It was
if you
biting his
said,
dick.
Hello, fellow gory films.
There
One
was,
of the
like,
hive's early
nothing happening.
experiments,
No.
produced by injecting the T-virus directly into living tissue.
Do you think the scientists who worked there had to interact with that computer while it had that voice? Because I feel like that
I
would
hope
become
not.
pretty distracting pretty fast. Were they like, hey, Red Queen, what were the results of that diagnostic?
The results were inconclusive, and after I watch an episode of Peppa Pig, I will conclude the rest of the study.
Anyone else creeped out by this? I'm creeped out by this.
Jesus Christ.
What's his name from earlier helps him escape. Oh, wow, that forgettable character really did matter. Guess he's not going to die later. But Spence sees if he can make one more go at their relationship.
I'm missing you already.
PG-13.
Axe chop you
He
had to
got
cut
really
away from?
far
I've seen
in that-
Muppet Baby episodes more gory
That
than
raising
this.
of the axe. Oh my God.
Don't ask which ones. Rain is given the antivirus, but it looks like they got it to her too late.
Rain.
That's sad.
You were the true hero
No, it's
of this
not.
mission.
Yeah, I wish someone told
No,
you
it's not.
that.
That's sad.
The monster tries to break in. At the same time, Rain turns.
Okay. Hey,
Thank God they show that.
they actually had an animatronic there. I forgot
They did.
about that. You know what? I'll give them credit. That looked better. But why not use...
I would assume a time constraint, which is why they didn't use it for that bigger part. And it would have been better because
It
they could
would've.
actually had
See, in my
some
opinion,
type of viscera.
if you're making a movie, Just go all the way. Just go the extra step. Like, just go the extra step. Just get it done. You're gonna feel better about it. Like, I feel like if I was to make a movie, I'd want to feel proud of my work. I wouldn't want to just throw something together just to throw something together. I'd want it to be as good as I can get, you know? Which I think me and Andrew Stonerock right now, we're talking about writing a script.
Oh my God.
For like an actual...
A Bigfoot film?
Yes. Something along those lines. Something along those lines, like a cryptid of some sorts. I want to make a series called Finding Frogman.
Check, please. I want out.
Finding Frogman. Because nobody's done anything on Frogman. I think we could write something awesome.
Do it. Totes, do it.
Honestly, you have to go all the way with these ideas, too. You can't hold back. If you hold back, then you're not going to have anything special.
That's valid. That's why we're trying for September, right?
I will send you a picture of the Frogman mask I'm looking at.
In slow-mo, or else I wouldn't see how effectively that did nothing. They managed to kill them both off. Oh yeah, what's his name dies too, but it happened so jumbled and fast I couldn't make it out the first 2 times I saw it. Oh, there it is. Horribly shot. But it looks like Matt is infected, and the bad guys from E.T. want them. Somehow the movie is still going, I think just as an excuse to get her naked again, except for some white pasta. But I'm gonna take a wild guess and say they couldn't keep the virus contained. Alright, I will admit that was a pretty damn cool final shot.
It was.
I just wish it was in a pretty damn better final product. Honestly, I can't even bring myself to get that many heavy emotions around this. I guess some people really like it, and some people think it's garbage.
Oh, like from the early 2000s? Like 1999?
Yeah.
I guess I leaned...
With Matthew Broderick?
Yep, in the Madison Square Garden, where it's got that one single egg, and it's got that slow zoom out, and you see the egg crack open, and...
That's a lot of fish.
That's a lot of fish. That was such a good film, in my opinion.
It's Jurassic Park meets Godzilla, pretty much.
I think they did pretty well with it, you know, with the idea of creating Godzilla as a massive, like, marine iguana rather than just some giant dinosaur.
Yeah. It
made it more animalistic, I think.
Yeah, where Godzilla was kind of more of a god, kind of like an entity. Yeah. But this one felt like more of a monster, like not monster, but like more of a creature, like an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Towards it's not good, mainly because of the lackluster character interactions and some of the style choices. But the story's alright when you look at how it's structured. There's a few cool things, like I do enjoy the way the zombies move, and there's a definite visual voice to it. But I just found a lot of it really generic. However, something about it, whether so good, so bad, or maybe a little bit of both, really seems to connect with people because, like I said, they're still making these movies. I wish I could understand that passion. Maybe I gotta play the games more, but for all the people asking for so many years for me to review it, I'm sorry to say my big reaction is just meh. Maybe the sequels get crazier, honestly. I don't know, but as far as this one goes, I can't give it anything but a resident shrug.
And
I reviewed it.
The one gal doesn't die either, so.
Review what? What else have you been asking for?
Sonic.
Sonic what?
Anything Sonic.
Ah.
I mean, his first Sonic film wasn't bad. Ish.
I like the second one.
You like the second with Knuckles? Okay.
Yeah. Knuckles is my guy. Love Knuckles, man. And I've yet to watch Sonic 3, but I heard it was the best one.
I haven't watched it either. My kid and I are planning on doing that sometime this summer, though. Sitting down and watching all 3 films at one time, so.
That might be a fun kind of marathon.
I'll get there. Yep.
Yeah, I agree. But I genuinely, you know, with the first Resident Evil movie, most of the effects are pretty bad. The main good stuff to me are basically the zombies, for the most part, when you actually see that they're people walking around.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. You know, some of the set pieces are fun. The character, you know, main character, and some of the characters are kind of badass here and there, but some of them are just kind of there to be there, just to be kind of killed or
to fill the slot kind of thing. Just like it's a warm body idea when you go to a workplace type of situation.
Exactly. He's got some of his posters for his other reviews up there on the wall.
Yeah, I see that.
Suicide Squad and It.
Is that really your top speed?
I really hate saying that. I remember enjoying the film right now.
I'm the nostalgia critic. I'm gonna go.
You're ruining my nostalgia, you bastard.
You want any?
Decaf, please.
Why get coffee? Make it decaf. What the hell?
That was Resident Evil.
Ah, okay. Okay. It was entertaining. I enjoyed that. He didn't have to hit me in the balls so many times though. Some of those shots were really mean.
Yeah, I feel he didn't hold back really when he wanted to make a point.
Oh no, he did good at that. That was fun. It honestly makes me want to rewatch the Resi series. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched Resi 1 since at least, because it came out when I was 12. I probably last watched it again when I was like 16. That was fun.
I think it was a fine little popcorn flick. That's probably my best compliment I can give it. I don't think it's like a perfect movie by any means. It's not even close to a perfect film. What would you give that out of 10, probably?
Well, all right. So because it was in the 2000s and they had that similar style, so I'm going off of that and the enjoyment of the style that I remember enjoying, I'll give it maybe a 6.5 out of 10. It's better than a lot of other films that were dealing with zombies and huge conspiracies and yada yada yada, in my opinion. Yeah, the CGI was a little bit crap, but for 2002, it was pretty early on in the stages. So I can give it a little bit of leeway there. Some of the acting was kind of piss poor.
For sure.
Some of the actors weren't well known at that point in time either. I can give it a little bit of that. Yeah, I think a 6.5 out of 10 is probably fair.
6.5 out of 10. In my opinion, yes, that's absolutely fair. I think you made some pretty solid points with that. You know, I can't get past some of the CGI. The CGI in some places looks too fake to the point where it does take me out of it. It takes you out of the experience. You're like, that's pretty bad. But you know, I did like Alice. I remember watching it. I did like Alice for who she was. Yeah, she didn't have that many lines. It's not really that big of a deal for me. I did like the zombie aspect. That was a lot of fun. The opening was a lot of fun. And even knowing, yes, it is creepy. For some reason, that little kid visual freaks me out. It is creepy, you know? So I think that's like a memorable part of the movie. And the fact that she's helping them but not helping them get out of the situation is kind of fun.
She's very neutral in the whole aspect of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The monster at the end did take me out of it a little bit, though.
That's because they were jumping with the monster from like having an on-screen entity to a CGI thing, so they're jumping back and forth on it.
But even then,
if they would just chose one or the other, I think it would have been better.
Well, sometimes CGI is fine, but if they had kept the CGI in the shadows more, it would have been better. But they had it in the broad daylight. It was all lit up. You could see every little detail, and it wasn't that detailed, which is unfortunate. But it looked like a video game scene,
right?
But it wasn't.
Yeah, very, very true.
It was supposed to be really there, supposedly, but it wasn't.
Right.
I'm gonna give it a little bit less. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10.
All right, fair enough.
I'm sort of in the middle too. Yours is like above average kind of movie, like a smidge above average. But for me, it's probably like it's a fine popcorn film. Throw popcorn in your face. Throw on a movie to have fun with. That's basically what I'll say about it. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. What you think of the original Resident Evil film. If you liked it or already hated it, give us your reasons. And again, if you want to see more content like this, hit the like button. Go support Lord Beagle on his channel by subscribing to his channel. He does a lot of World of Warcraft stuff. He does a lot of opinionated videos. He does a lot of live streams. And if you want to feel like you're part of a community, then definitely head over there. That's what I can say about that. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Do take care.
Later.